Hello indie game fans! Another fantastic week of indie games await, with some long anticipated titles finally getting a release date, with more than one surprise in my opinion, beginning with Panzer Paladin. This pixel art action platformer looks 8-bit excellent, where you pilot the titular Panzer Paladin power armor and wield a variety of spirit weapons against a demon threat from space. This has previewed extremely well due to the action, where using enemy weapons against them is a central mechanic. This is combined with out of armor sections, where you play as the nimble pilot, with some impressive looking boss fights, and of course, that awesome art. Developed by Tribute Games, who are best known for Flinthook and Mercenary Kings, this is one of my favourite underappreciated developers, so do give them your support.
The rules of the rock.
As decreed by Lord Boulder, Esquire.
Rule 1. Thou shalt create.
One series to make very effective use of Renaissance art is the very strange Rock of Ages, with the third entry, Make and Break, being the latest one.
Rule 3. Thou shalt preserve the crown.
For those of you not familiar, this alternates between an action title, where you roll a boulder down a course, trying to gain enough speed and momentum to bash down the castle walls of your opponent, and a strategy or tower defense portion, where you build traps and hazards to slow down the momentum of your opponent's boulder.
Fortune favors.
This entry adds in the ability to build your own levels Mario Maker style, and looks to continue that wacky tradition. If there's one tycoon game that I've seen many indie developers try to chase, on top of Zoo, Aquarium and Hospital, it would be Golf, with Golftopia being the latest to give it a shot. However, it does put its own little spin on it, since this is a futuristic golf course, so utilize robotic walkers, teleporters, launchers and turrets in the course design, while fending off dreaded weeds from destroying your creations. Pretty impressed with what I've seen so far, and should be a good one. Carrion is a reverse horror title where you play as the alien monster, and has been on my wish list for quite a while, for what else than the pixel art. On top of stinging yourself around and consuming humans directly, the trailer shows off the ability to control humans like puppets by shoving a tendril into them, so the possibilities for puzzles is there as well. Another Devolver published title, this one should be a winner. A pleasant surprise that crept up on me is Creaks, which I did not realize was releasing so soon. This is a puzzle adventure game where the world started to creak and shudder, and you must find out why. Coming to us from developer Amanita Design, who are legendary in the adventure game space with titles like Machinarium, Chucho, Samarast, and most recently, Pilgrims. This one's interesting for the pedigree alone. Just a quick note, if you are new here and enjoyed the video so far, be sure to subscribe and check out the Discord channel while you are at it. Here's to more indie gaming coverage, so back to the video. Vibrant Venture was covered in my series for trailers of promising upcoming indie games, and here we are with the early access release. This is a traditional platformer set in distinct levels, where your objective is simply to get to the end. But it has 4 unique characters with unique abilities that you can switch between, and as advertised, does have vibrant pixel art as well. It releases in early access with one full world of levels, with this enabling the developer to break the game up into smaller chunks as they continue to work on it on the side. I think I covered Artificer Science of Magic back sometime in April when I thought it was coming out, but after the video went live, the developer announced that it would be delayed, but the date seems pretty firm right now. This is a survival crafting game in the vein of Don't Starve, but as the title proposes, includes elements of both science and magic. Looks like an interesting entry in the genre, and in a nice change of pace, is not an early access game. The post-apocalyptic RPG Bagras the Riven Realms had my attention ever since it launched its Fig campaign, since it coupled together Darkest Dungeon style turn-based combat, the narrative depth and writing of a traditional CRPG, and some gorgeous looking art. And this too releases in early access this week. The post-apocalypse here is set in a realm devastated by an arcane cataclysm, so expect all sorts of fantastic hybrids and creatures in this fantasy-adjacent world. Roki is a beautifully done traditional adventure game where you play as a young girl touched by magic on a journey to save her family. A dark fairy tale in setup, this journey will take you through strange and wondrous locations with creatures and stories influenced by Scandinavian mythology, and as mentioned in a previous video, I'm curious to know more about these tales, so I hope it delivers. very happy to share that the long-anticipated visual novel Barista also got a release date after what seems like ages in development. And how's this for a setup? Explore the intricacies of Melbourne's hipster coffee culture, the questionable ethics of necromancy, and the process of letting go. This is a visual novel where decisions matter, so think some sorts of intersection of Valhalla and coffee talk, but with a spookier overtone, and you can get some idea of what to expect. Love the art style and very curious about this, taking the #1 spot. To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos, and I will see you after the jump.